Hello everyone, welcome back to Railbound. We're getting pretty thin on levels I've not yet been able to complete. We've got 4 over here in the 4 in the 4s, 2 in the 5s, 5 in the 6s, 2 in the 7s, and the remainder of 8s over here. Let's go back to this puzzle on 4. This guy, I knew it before it even loaded in. It's this one where we have 2 ahead of 1 and we have to swap their order. Now, I am aware the game does have a hints and tips system, and I'm not beyond using that to help me keep my progress moving rather than being stubborn and saying I must solve it without it. But I know we need to cross this switch, I think in this direction, because if we do it in the other direction, we do this. 2 and 1 won't swap directions. 1 is too close behind. Whereas if we do it in this direction, 2 and 1 get separated, which is what I want. Question is, how are we getting to where else we need to be in this fashion? We can come up here. That's going to send 1 this way. It's going to send 2 this way. And straight up to the train. No, because 1 intervened. Because 1 hits the button as well, which sends them round twice. Now we still have 2 tracks. We can join that together. But that gets 2 there first, and 1 behind, which is obviously not what we want. But as I say, we do still have 2 tracks. Alright, that's just the same problem again, except 1 never gets to where it's going. That's just a crash. We could go the long way round. Of course, we do still have 1 track. Alright, no, now we're in a circle. Now we're in another circle. I just don't know in this configuration specifically where I could put 1 track to make somewhere exit and enter in a different space. Because I can't have a 4-way interchange here. I presume I need to use all of these. That uses 2 tracks. We leave left with 1. If we eliminated this, we'd have 2 tracks again. But there's no corner I can put a single track into. And if I have 2 tracks, I can't make a loop with 2 tracks. That uses it all. To what end, I'm not sure. Oh, this is hopeful. This is very hopeful. Excellent. All right. Always happy with any and every bit of progress. 4-8B. Let's reset that. So, again, let's try and use up what track we have, and then consider what we can use the remaining pieces that we need to do things. This can't go that way because it doesn't go anywhere, nor can we attach onto the green track, so that's got to come that way. We must move here. If we're going to hit this switch, we must move there. If we're going to hit that switch, we must move there. If we're coming out of this tunnel, we must come onto probably here if we're coming onto and off of this button. Which means these are probably connecting in some way. Although it could be just this, although then this isn't attached to anything else. These two tunnels on the left go to one another, and these two on the right go to one another. So we have to meld these two separate lines in some way at some point. So with this, we get to something that looks like that, and we have 3 tracks remaining. What can we do with 3 tracks? Well, this has 3 points, so we can't add a 4th onto it. We can make a loop here, but then we can't have tracks that go all the way through there. So we can do that. Let's just set that off and see where it goes. We're in a tiny circle. That goes the opposing direction. Two is now in a circle. What if we set that to be different? 1 just crashes. Now we're in a circle again, so that's why we didn't do that previously. So with what we've got, I don't think there's a configuration where we can get everything that we need. If I cull this out, could we ever do something like this? Clearly not. Alright, reset me. And so that must go there. That must have something going off of it. We need this and this. Those meet together. We must have something coming out of there and there. Presumably this, and that leaves us with 3 tracks. 3 is not enough to make a loop here. So probably not doing anything there. Also not enough to make a loop there, though we can meet to this if we want to. That leaves us with 1 track. Could be this, except we can't attach that in all directions. There's nowhere we can functionally use 1 track in this configuration. Where can I functionally use 3 tracks? Again, we can do that, but I don't like this for 1 coming straight onto the blue button. And I think we were just in this position a minute ago, weren't we? That's the loop, and then this gets 1 to somewhere it wants to be, but 2 crashes or something? Oh, 2 gets into a loop. That's a loop. I can't use excess tracks here, because these can't go anywhere. That can loop into there, which I've not done yet. I don't think. So, still with 3 tracks remaining. Seems excessive. And that's a loop. Where can I put 3 tracks? That's the dumb question. This doesn't help. That can't have 4-way interchange. This is 3 tracks, but I don't think it helps in any way. How can I get 2 off of this? Where does 1 go after its lap? I need 1 to hit this yellow switch again. now I'm lacking an extra piece that if I had one more piece, I could stop one from dead ending over here. But we use this. We use this to get one to do a loop to get out of the way of two. Then 2 is on its laps. That's just an infinite circle. That makes a loop once 1 traps 2 in, right? And I can't send 2 in any other direction with this. There's no way for me to get 2 to come over to the left, although that's something I've not explored yet. But that leaves 1 without a way to go. Because I can't make a loop here. I can't have this joined to there. Although I can do that. Except with 2 extra pieces of track, what am I going to do with them? We're on a very big loop here. We're on a very big loop. We go in the opposing direction. We crash. And then you're on a loop. That's a crash. Where could I use 2 tracks to get somewhere else? I don't know. Let's go look at 49A then. Is this what I was just looking at? No. What was I just looking at? Yeah, so this is 2 switches in 3 switches in 2 colors and a gate. This is a gate and 1 gate for a switch and 1 point for 2 switches. They're very similar, but different enough. Let's assume that's going in there. We need these and those. That's going to come out in that direction. That needs a track. That needs a track and that needs a track. But presumably this is not enough. Because these 2 tunnels are together and these 2 tunnels are together. So at the moment, this will just send us into the yellow barrier where we don't want to be. What I'd like to do is figure out a way to get 2 over here while 1 slunks off over there. Slunks off. 2, 1. So 1's going to hit this before 2 hits those and go the other way. That's good. Something like this feels good. Ah, but now 1's in a permanent loop. So it can't be that. Probably not this either, is it? Because that's also a permanent loop. I would love to get 2 to do the switches over on the left-hand side. But to cross them over Seems like it's probably more trouble than it's worth. That has them following one another. This has them following one another. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. How is this not a solution? Oh, because they both hit the barrier. That's how. Doi. So we need to hit this once to stop somebody going away after hitting this once. This is a nightmare, isn't it? And then we have to get off of this being an infinite loop, which is easier said than done. Which would be fine if 2 and 1 weren't going to crash into each other. That's just a circle because circles are bad. I cannot picture the solution at all for those. 5-4B. This doesn't seem like it should be so bad. It's just getting the passenger pickups is the tricky part. And I think I'm thinking about the same thing I thought about last time, which is where I had some kind of version of this. Except, like, not at all. So, you cross over there. Except how do I get these two to not crash into one another? This is a crash, right? Yes. Also a crash. Let's not even think about what 3 is doing yet. Because we have no points here. So we can't swap anybody around by going over the same point twice. Is the extra tricky part. I can't figure out how I got these two to swap before, or I did it on an entirely different level and I never managed to get these two to swap here, which is entirely a possibility. Nor do I really have any idea what I'm going to do with carriage 3 at the same time, before we get over to our train up here. Can't end up going back up here as much as I would like to because we turn off. I feel like I need to get 3 to do a loop and then join on behind 1 and 2. Could that work? Except I now don't have enough track to get 3 to end up behind 1 and 2. You end up that way. How do I get 1 to go upwards? After going downwards. What am I missing? I need this, 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 and this. And that and that. There's going to be some kind of big looping square, perhaps? I can't send 2 onto a loop of itself like that, because that won't go anywhere. We don't necessarily need this one behind 3, though probably will be helpful. That needs to be turned that way. That needs to be turned that way. Leaves us with 11 tracks out of 15 spots. That's right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's only going to be 4 unpopulated spots, which is not lots. This gets them both going that way. How do I get them both going back upwards in the correct direction? Because we can't do this because 3 just gets to where it's going first. So I feel like 3 needs to turn around at some point. That kind of works in the ugliest fashion possible. But I think 3's going to get to where it's going way too fast. I don't know where to put 3 in the meantime, because I can't send it in behind 1 and 2 somewhere that won't result in 1 and... Wherever 3 goes, if it gets in behind 1 and 2, we then have to be on new track all the time. Right? That gets them down. That gets them back. That gets them down. That gets them back. Unless... We can't do this because then we end up in just going in a circular loop, never getting to the train. feel like I need to get 3 onto this downward trend behind 1 and 2 somehow. But then I can never have them turn around altogether. I don't know. It's like the closest I get, and that's not very good. Or I'm like way off. Because that gets 1, 2, and 3 in the right direction, right? And somehow I need to get 3 to follow up behind, like this. So all of these feed into the same direction. And then you have 1, 2, and 3 here together. Then we need that to get up to here, which is the really rough part. Or is it that? Can't be that, because now 2 never lets us get up onto 1. Also, that's like a giant problem. Oh man, I really thought I was close then for a second. And I completely irked it. That gets everyone on here. We have to go past 1 to get the passenger. I'm knocking my chair into my desk. 1 turns around. That just doesn't leave anywhere for 3 to go. At all. I don't know. I don't know. We've been going for a half hour. How many... Did I just do 1 level today? Well, we made some progress. If very little. Next time, we'll go through... Did we do 9? Were we just here? We weren't. We'll do another episode trying to filter off some more of these odds and ends. And then if I'm not making any progress by then, I'll turn on the hint feature for a bit. But for now, thank you guys ever so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.